when I seen Diontae and young Pickens talking about.
We could talk about them.
Yeah, let's talk about them exclusively then, man, because they did have some very, very lofty expectations, which I do like. And anytime, when OTAs are happening, you get to see all the little highlight videos of dudes running routes, catching and stuff like that. The excitement does feel right, without a doubt. But
yeah, I mean, they both said for personal goals, like over 1,000 yards. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm combining Pickett's answer. He went on Filipponi the other day, and he talked about his goals too. And he basically said, like, honestly, personal goals, not only for me, but for like 80% of the team, usually get met if your main goal is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right? So he's like, that's really the only thing I'm thinking about. And Pickens said Super. Did he kind of hint at that too? Where it's like, I mean, these are my personal goals, but like if we win, that's all that matters.
Like Super Bowl, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that was
because he definitely
answer.
said Super Bowl. I remember seeing that, and I was like, I like that. If you gonna mean it, say it. If you gonna say it, mean it, man. Yeah. And then Diontae was one who went a little bit more in 1,000 yards, stuff like that. The All Pro, and I think he said
All Pro, Pro Bowl,
Pro Bowl, yeah.
And I think he said being like top 3 or top 5.
Yeah. Which I like as well, man. For him.
Yeah, I'm fine with both answers.
I
don't care. Yeah, I think that's kind of the base of where both of them should be.
Yeah.
I just don't know how much we're gonna pass because I think someone did follow up with Pickens.
Yeah.
Someone followed up with Pickens saying like, did they tell you how much you're gonna be implemented in this offense? Is it gonna increase this year? And this is why maybe I was given that thought of like I felt like Pickett's answer and Pickens kind of went together because Pickens basically responded to those questions in terms of like how much he's gonna get implemented or if his role is gonna increase by saying like. He's like, I don't know. We haven't really talked about it, but like, I just know when I get the ball, I'm going to like ball out or I'm going to do something with it. It's a good answer.
No, I'm with it on that, but I'm all for confidence, man. Like not arrogance, but just confidence. And they got confidence. I do like that, but which one do you think is more realistic? Because I don't
say
see
1,000 yards for either.
I don't see both getting 100 catches and 1,000 yards. And both being All Pro and both being Pro Bowl this year at the same time. Do you? Or do you?
I think they could both hit 1,000. 100 catches, that's a different story. I think just the nature of how they play the game. Diontae's more apt for the 100 catches.
Yeah.
Whereas Pickens can give you 70 but get you over 1,000.
Because they both had 8 something last year, right? They were
right. Yeah.
They were both in that 8 range last year, and that's with the slow start. Offensively for us as well.
Right. So you got to think we got the extra game, 17 games. I do think our passing game is going to get better.
It should, yeah.
Yeah, if that's their floor last year with uncertainty on offense, Pickett in and out of the lineup, they should both get. I think they could both get 1,000. Now Pro Bowl, that's a different story. Yeah. Who gets more of those catches? Who gets more of those yards? Who's up in the 1,300 range? And then you got to start talking about touchdowns as well.
Yeah.
I think Pickens should have more touchdowns.
See, I low-key feel like Pickens will have more yardage. I think him getting more yardage is going to eat into Diontae's 1,000, though. Because if Pickens is getting more explosive plays, 50-yarders, 40-yarders, if he takes something 60, that type of stuff, you're not going to be throwing as many passes to Diontae because you're not going to need to as much because we're going to be having the big plays. Last year, we weren't as explosive. So a lot of our stuff was like the short to intermediate. That was like the whole complaint on offense. But Pickens, when he started to get it more and more, it was like, yo, that's explosive. That's explosive. So if we're going to get that more involved, I just don't know how often or how much we, go that route with the Diontae because that's a crazy element if he can do that. That's like the Justin Jefferson element. It's like, man, you don't have to have this guy 1,000 yards, that guy 1,000 yards, and this guy going for 1,500 or this guy going for 1,600. But it's with that big type play capability. Diontae hasn't really shown that consistently, whereas with Pickens, we think that can be consistent with him. So that's the only thing I just think, I think Diontae will still get catches, but I think his numbers take the hit a little bit if Pickens goes to where we think he will.
I think that's something Pickens brought up too when they were asking him. Yeah, he was talking about the importance of first downs now and trying to get 7 or 8 yards at least to set up second and short, third and short, so we can start experimenting with some deep shots.
You're right. Because it's all about being good on first down. Yeah. because now you could take that shot. And typically we haven't been good at times on first down. So now second down is no longer a let's take a shot. It's we got to make up or we got to get into manageable on third. Yeah.
It felt like the mentality last year was just, hey, can we get this first down? And then keep getting the first down, keep moving the chains. Whereas how Pickens was talking, it's like, you know what, we're going to try for like maybe a 3 or 4 play drive here.
Yeah.
We're going to try for more explosive plays. Right. Score quick.
Yeah.
Keep the defense on their toes. Which is just, I think, a natural evolution. It's like, cool. Yeah. I want to hear this type of stuff. Yeah. Let's see some more Pickett to Pickens connections down the field. Let's see some more 40, 50, 60-yard plays. Yeah. So we didn't really get to see it that much. But we were winning. I didn't need to see that. Other people did. They were like, we need more points on the board, points on the board.
If you want for the style,
I'll take wins.
Sure.
I'll take wins. Yeah. And we were winning last year. Yeah. But we do need to get better. Like, we need to add that to the arsenal. We need to add some of the explosive plays.
Isn't evolution? That's a part of life, right?
Yeah.
No different with football. And then, man, they should be evolving. We got to see what the next step is. That was a really good first year, and the way that it ended made us feel even better. But now those expectations have risen. It can't look like how it looked last year. It has to still be getting better. It has to be adding that element, which we think they should, and we think they will. But that's definitely something.
The run game, the run game should only be better. Yeah. And the run game was good after the bye week last year. But now we got a better O-line. Hopefully Najee will be fully healthy going into this season. Jaylen Warren should only be better in year 2.
Yeah.
Darnell Washington, we have a 6th lineman out there.
Bro, I be watching Darnell when he's running his little routes and stuff. I'm like, yo, that thing is so big, man. Like him, when you watch him run, you watch Move run. Move looks so tiny after I watch Darnell. It is crazy. And I'm like, Move is not little, man. Move is like prototypical size, man. Like he got good size with him. Darnell is just like a unicorn, bro.
This offense is going to be underrated. But I honestly think Pickens and Diontae should both have at least 1,000 yards. I think it's doable.
All right, now you about to sell me something. If both of them have 1,000, does Najee have the breakout year this year too?
No, I think he plays well. I think
do we get 3,000 Do we get 3,000ers? Does he get 1,000?
Yeah,
Diontae
he does.
And Pickens?
He will. But I think it's going to be similar to his stats of the first 2 years, but I think he's going to have a lighter workload just because of Jaylen Warren.
Yeah.
And it's going to look better. It's going to feel more impactful, I feel like, because of the better O-line.
Yeah. No, you make up a good point. And if the offense is more explosive passing-wise, that's going to also make it a lot easier on Najee in terms of the boxes that he's going to face running the ball. So that should also give him an advantage.
I think he gets like 1,400 total. Maybe like 11 or 12 and then 300 receiving.
Robert Bennett, why you gotta do that to me?
Jaylen, I'm telling you, I think he's gonna cut into some of Najee's workload. That's why. That's why it's not gonna be this crazy fantasy football statistical year for Najee, from my standpoint.
Unless Najee comes out the gate hot. If he comes out the gate hot, Coach Tomlin loves to ride the hot hand.
Yeah,
he will for a fact do that if Najee shows that.
There were reasons we put Jaylen Warren in last year. You're right.
Absolutely, because that was definitely the mindset. This is a Najee dude. Like, this is a Najee running game, not a Najee and Jaylen. But Jaylen has definitely earned playing time. But, yeah, if Najee come out week 1, he go for $150 and a tutty. You better imagine him getting about 30 touches next week, and that's going to keep going until...
I don't know if that's the smartest thing. I like TG strategy. Save him for the winter.
I'm with you, but Coach Tomlin experienced the L-Bell.
Yeah.
And
he can't help himself.
He can't. He did it to the James Conner. Yeah. So he'll do it.
Maybe he has the Infinity Stone though.
I hope so. I hope that works. But he has not.
Or the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, maybe that'll give him wisdom.
He has not
on the running back situation.
He has not learned from my perspective from L-Bell's situation. Well, L-Bell, they 400 touches back to back, and L-Bell said, "I'm not doing this again if you don't pay me." And everyone's like, "Yo, y'all crazy." And it was like, "All right, James Conner, you gonna get it now? All right, here." It is like, "Oh, all right." He fell apart. He was like, "Yo, y'all think he crazy? All right, Najee, come here. You gonna get it all out." It's like, yeah, man, Coach T he gonna ride that.